Hey, what is up everyone? It's been a while, hasn't it? My name is Just Jasper and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title and thumbnail, I'm back at it again with my annual game review. In today's video, I'll be sharing my thoughts on everything Just Dance 2025 edition has to offer. That includes its song list, the visuals, game modes, and more. If you're ever wondering why I put out these videos so late, it's because I like to take my time and play the game over the course of the year like it's intended so I can get my full perspective on what I think of it. But a quick disclaimer before we start, please remember these are only my opinions and you're more than welcome to respectfully disagree with me in the comments. With that out of the way, sit back and relax as I cover Just Dance 2025 edition. The song list this year was very interesting to say the least. To start off, this game has 6 Ubisoft original songs, which is way over the acceptable limit in my opinion. It feels like a cheap cop-out to save money from licensing songs. That is the fans want. Yes, some Ubisoft originals are good. Songs like Sunlight and Stop This Fire sound like real radio hits. Having 1 or 2 per game is more than welcome. But 6 really takes away from the possible songs we could have gotten instead. I'll try not to be biased here since I really love Ariana Grande, so don't come for me, but dedicating 5 song slots to a single artist was a little extreme. Yes, and One Last Time should have been part of the main song list, with the other 3 being part of a song pack as it was originally advertised. With 6 UB songs and 5 Ariana songs, that's about 1/4 of the song list right there, so not very diverse is it? If we put that aside, the rest of the songs are pretty decent. We were given some very overdue ones like Poker Face, Whenever, Wherever, Party in the USA, and yeah, with some long-awaited artists like Melanie Martinez, Celine Dion, and Madonna. I think we got a nice variety of popular modern hits, oldies but goodies, and some unknown ones too. I'm shocked by the lack of K-pop this year. Modern JD was known to have at least 3 songs per game, but I don't mind it too much since it's okay to take a break from it. I'm happy to see rock songs still getting some love since it was a very neglected genre in the series for ages. There were also 0 region exclusives, which kinda sucked. Some of them end up being my favorites, such as Farfall and Otona Blue to name a couple. The Just Dance Plus exclusives weren't much better. Material Girl and Centuries were great picks, but then we had that random Minecraft song and Tiki Taka. I think we could have done with more Latin music in the main song list, but thankfully there was a song pack released to fix that problem, which I'll talk more about later. But to conclude my thoughts on the song list, this lineup certainly wasn't my favorite, but it had some gems in there. The maps were very 50-50s. I've noticed the quality has gone down a bit. The intros and outros weren't as in-depth as before, if you get what I mean. For the past 3 games, there were some pretty beautiful shots or memorable moments at the beginning or end of each song, but we didn't get that this year. The camera work also wasn't as noticeable or dramatic as years before. These factors truly sucked you into the coach's worlds when playing these maps. Different camera angles were also ditched entirely this year. They were mainly edited in, which looked bad in some songs. The one that comes to mind is Chattahoochee. The forced perspective really didn't work here. The only maps with unique camera work were Unstoppable and Padam Padam from what I can remember. A few of the backgrounds felt kinda bare in my opinion. Maps like Unstoppable Boxing Version, Vogue, and Sweet Melody felt so lonely and empty. They could have benefited from backup coaches to make their worlds feel more lively. There were more unnecessary reused coaches, but I won't get into that because it's like beating a dead horse. The choreos this year also weren't really, and it's not for the fact that they're simple. It's hard to describe, but some of the choreos have odd moves that don't feel fun or flow well at all. They feel kind of clunky, but thankfully this didn't affect every map. One Last Time Extreme Version has one of my favorite choreos of all time. The same can be said for X's. Some of the simpler maps got some love too. Despite being easy, I really liked Whenever, Wherever. Speaking of that song, a lot of the alternates this year sucked. Who wanted a bathtub version? Or who asked for more of Wooly? They're so forgettable and don't add anything to the game. Plus, we only got 11 instead of the typical 12. I really want to be more positive, but so many of these maps are truly not memorable. I only found myself gravitated to a few here and there. Most of them didn't wow me though. If you want my thoughts on every map, then please watch this video after this one. I'm surprised the story from Just Dance 2023-2024 edition was left on a cliffhanger because it was clearly set up to continue based on how Tainted Love ended. But at the same time, I'm relieved this year didn't include several more maps reusing the same coaches over and over. If you know me or have been a casual viewer of mine, you'd know I find the lore very unnecessary and lazy. There was In Your Eyes, a prequel lore map that felt pretty random on its own, but one map was more than enough. So far as of making this video, there hasn't been any signs of a story mode for Just Dance 2026 edition, but if they do return to the idea, it should get its own song pack instead of being part of the main game. That way the story can conclude and not invade the actual song list. As you all know by now, seasons were cancelled for the foreseeable future. It's a long story, so you're more than welcome to check out my video all about it after this one. But it really was a sad decision. It left the game feeling pretty bare since there was nothing to look forward to. So to compensate, the DLCs were brought back in the form of song packs. I was really happy about this because you don't have to keep paying to play the songs. These song packs were Disney Hits Volume .1, All Out Fun, and Pop Party, which were okay. But the main stars of the show were the Fitness and Fiesta Latina song packs. The songs were pretty good choices. We got Feel So Close, which is a pretty popular 2010s song, and some recent hits like Apple and C. Andy's Te Hubiera Conocido. The maps themselves were pretty on par to the main game in terms of quality. The choreos were fun and I loved the coach designs overall. Some of these ended up being my favorite from this era. I just wish that we could buy songs individually like classic DLCs because I have every game, so why would I want to purchase these old maps for a second time? If you want more in-depth thoughts on these song packs, feel free to check them out after this video. I'll sound like a broken record if I make this section longer than it needs to be, so I'll make it quick. We got no new game modes this year, which is very disappointing. And again, we have no news on the World Dance lore after nearly 3 years. Online multiplayer is still really fun and I like the song sharing feature. Challenge mode is just kinda there though. I've never touched it. Then there's the workout mode. It fulfills its purpose, I guess it's neat. Let's all hope that the party mode announced alongside Just Dance 2026 edition spices things up a little. I know it hasn't changed all that much when it comes to functionality, but this year has to have my favorite US so far from this new era in terms of aesthetics. I love the pops of color on the menu and I really love that things were switched up a bit with items floating in the background. I know it's not a lot, but it really adds something fresh compared to the past 2 years. Plus it's fun being able to spot the references such as Bretziana's boombox, or the flamingo floaties seen in various maps. The startup screen is also far better from last year's. It doesn't try and force the lore down your throat. It feels like a return to form to past games. I hope in the future the menu can be more customizable, like being able to switch between themes from past games or maybe new menu music to choose from. But please add back the option to sort songs by opus. It's very annoying having to scroll through song packs I don't care about. I don't know if this should be considered a feature, but I'll include it here because I had nothing else to mention for this portion. In a few maps we got multiple difficulties, which I think is a very welcome addition to the game. It is so awesome to see such an old concept return from Michael Jackson. The experience, and looking back on it now, I'm shocked we didn't get this sooner. I think it's fun to have the option to play a harder or easier choreo in one map. It allows for more creative freedom with choreos. I'm also glad that it's only in a select few songs where it made sense, rather than trying to add multiple difficulties in every map, which I like. I'm also glad that they listened and added a shuffle feature to the playlist. But please let us make longer ones. Being limited to 30 songs sucks. I'll mention this one more time, but please give us more levels. It's been 3 years. I want to progress and earn as I dance, especially now that we don't have seasonal rewards. There isn't much to do anymore. I mean, we got a few achievements alongside JD 2025, but I feel like we got fewer than years prior. In conclusion, this game made me kind of sad. I know they're doing their best with their resources. I don't want to be negative, but I can't help but be a bit down about the state of the series right now. I know Ubisoft is struggling to earn money, and it's upsetting to see how it's affecting Just Dance. Just Dance 2026 edition isn't looking any better either, unfortunately. I know this video wasn't the most positive, but that's only because I want the best for the series. It's truly unique and I want it to do well, sell well. I have and will continue to support Just Dance by buying the games, subscribing to JD Plus, and even putting out JD content. I can only hope that they can get out of this rough patch and go back to making some truly incredible games again. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, then please consider liking and subscribing to support my channel. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on Just Dance 2025 edition down below in the comments section. I'd love to know what you think. Is it good? Is it bad? Was it mediocre? I want to hear all about it. But until the next time you click on one of my videos, bye.